Happy Sunday, y'all. It is actually Father's Day, so quick shout out to all the daddies that may be watching my channel. Happy Father's Day, if there are any that watch the channel. But it is Sunday, which means I am headed to the stadium to go run the stairs. So last week I said I wanted to incorporate this on my Sunday, so here we are. Now, what I also did, I put on my Instagram channel, I was like, hey, if anybody's serious about joining me here at the stadium, let me know and let's set it up. And one of my sorority sisters was like, bet, I'll meet you there on Sunday. So I actually have an accountability partner, and hopefully I have somebody to push me as well as someone that I can push, like an equal thing. But with that, so she's been coming to boot camp here lately, and she told me that she's starting prep, or she has started prep for her very first bodybuilding competition. So y'all know, y'all probably don't know, I am a girl's girl when it comes to being like a #1 supporter, especially when it comes to like brand new competitors. Like, I just love to see when somebody like starts their journey and like to see it through and actually get on stage for the first time. I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader, hype girl, supporter, all of that. And so the fact that she told me that, I'm like, so anyways, I do need to go to the stadium. It's already hot. Like, I haven't been outside yet, just from the sheer opening my garage, and I just felt the heat just whoosh. I just know it's going to be crazy hot. So hopefully it's not too bad, but either way, I do have my water with my electrolytes in it, and I've been drinking a little bit of water before I left the house too. So enough stalling, off to the track I go. So Pam, meet Pam. Hey. It's my soror, as you can see, the blue. So she had a great idea. She wants to run up and down the stairs, run a lap.
All these stairs.
Run up and down the stairs, run a lap. So just gonna kick this intensity up just a little bit. So yeah, pray for me. I'll let y'all know if I survive here in the next 20, probably 30 minutes, because it's gonna take a while to get through this. How many times you wanna do this? Like four times. All right, here we go. Here we go. Did it. We ran a whole lot. Stairs, track, did it. No, my water's right here. I want y'all to see the sweat. You see it? Sweat is real. Sitting in the car with the AC going, wiping my face continuously as I'm dripping sweat. Girl, that was amazing. So here I thought we were just gonna run up and down the stairs. My sorority sister is in the Army, and she was like, what we used to do is run up and down the stairs and then take a lap and do that over and over and over. And I was like, oh, okay, we could try that. How many times you want to do it? So the original plan was to do that 4 times, making it a mile around the track. So we get to the 4th round, and she was like, is that the last one, or do we have 2 more? And I was like, it's the last one unless you feeling froggy. She was like, I'm feeling froggy. So we did it 5 times, right? So after we finished that 5th one, she was like, my watch says we at 1.8 miles. We should just do another lap around the track and just make it 2 miles. I appreciate her. That's all I can say, is I appreciate her, because yep, this is what I wanted. I wanted somebody to come out here with me and push me. We push each other, and that's exactly what we did. So she definitely helped to keep me motivated. She definitely pushed me past my own limits, and it wasn't as bad because I had someone here to endure that with me. So yep. She's like, I won't be here next weekend, but when I come back in 2 weeks, we need to do this again. Yep, you're right. Absolutely. We sure do. We sure do. So now it is 9:46, which means it's almost time for me to eat my first meal. So I'm headed home to take a shower and eat. That was so good, y'all. So good. It's Monday now, and it seems like the whole vlog squad, like, we all dropped a video today. So quick shout out to the vlog squad. If you aren't following their YouTube channels, make sure you do that. I often tag them in my Instagram stories. So shout out to Nisi, Shantae, Tony, Amber, Aurelia. Just shout out to the girls, okay? follow them. Great YouTube content, a little bit of everything from the competitor life to the improvement season life to the X-Pac life. You have NPC competitors, you got IFBB pros. Like, just follow them, okay? Just follow them. I had to take my gum out because while I was recording that last clip, I bit the hell out of my cheek, which is like the third time today that I have bit my cheek. Y'all, I just want to chew some gum, okay? Okay, that's not why we're here. So the only update that I have for you guys as of today, as far as what's going on with my lab situation, I do have an appointment this upcoming Friday with the endocrinologist. And then also, after speaking with my coach, we decided that I need to go get some of those bodybuilding labs drawn. Typically you have like competitors that will do the blood work with said company that actually looks at all of the things for female competitors. So I'm going to do that. I decided to do that route because, again, military providers, their scope of care is and they more so focus on making sure that the service member is healthy enough to serve in the military, not compete in bodybuilding competitions. And so just to cut out all of the guesswork and to cut out all of the middleman and sending me here, sending me there, I'm gonna go ahead and get the labs drawn and sent to whatever company that does this typically for bodybuilders. So I guess we'll get those results back in a few weeks or whatever, but that's the only update so far with everything that's going on. Yeah, that's it. So I will be back a little bit later to let you guys know how that goes once I receive more updates to report. Let's see what else. Oh, with it being Monday, I have check-ins tomorrow, and I will say that I'm actually feeling good. I'm looking forward to check-ins, and I have been looking forward to check-ins because like I'm now starting to feel better. I'm starting to physically see changes, not big changes, but little changes. You know, like I'm noticing my veins and my delts are starting to pop out when I'm working out and stuff. I feel like my waist is visibly getting a little bit smaller because it was big. It ain't small, but it's decreasing in size. So the fact that I'm able to see those changes, I feel more in shape, like I feel better, look good. I'm excited to see what the scale says. I will say though, this is the week that I'm supposed to have my menstrual cycle. So typically when it's my week, I don't actually start till about Tuesday, Wednesday-ish. So I won't know until, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, as far as what's going on with my cycle or whatever, and how that may or may not affect my weight for check-ins tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully I get to do like my check-ins on Tuesday, and then all the menstrual stuff will kick in after I've sent in check-ins. In a perfect world, right? Anyways, I'm about to go inside now. Work is calling, and I will check in with you guys later. And I'm so happy I got my braids back, y'all. So happy I got my blue. I'm feeling like myself again. Keisha with the braids. Keisha with the blue braids. Keisha, the retired Air Force. Soon to be retired Air Force with the blue braids. Bye, y'all. What's up, y'all? So today is Tuesday, which means it is check-in day, and by my expression you can see that I am happy with how check-ins went. So no in-body scan today. I just came to the conclusion that I won't do another in-body scan until I'm like down in the 170s. I just don't want to be so focused on that in-body scan to where it starts messing with my emotions and just kind of playing into the mental game of what's going on, because I know that I look good, I feel good, I'm starting to see the changes, and so I just don't want that to throw me off of what I got going right now. So it's just, we're gonna protect our peace right here, okay? Okay. So let's talk about check-ins. So I'm waiting to hear from my coach. She usually responds by like early afternoon when I send my check-ins. So I don't anticipate hearing from her for another couple of hours, but everything is looking good. So I was already starting to like see or thinking I'm seeing some changes, and so I actually paid attention to the data today. So my weight went down. I'm weighed in at 182.8. I started at like 186 at 187, so I think this is maybe like 4 or 5 weeks into the pre-prep before the prep, and so averaging about a pound a week, which is good, safe, right? So that's good. I'm happy with that. I'm very, very happy with the weight continuing to drop, and also my waist did get smaller. So it started off at 28.5 and today it's down to 27. So I was right about that. I was like, I feel like my waist is not as big. It's still big, y'all, but it ain't as big. So that's cool. So yeah, I'm just feeling good. I'm pretty sure coach is going to be happy that we're still making progress. I just like the fact that, like, I know I am putting in the work and like see it translate over to everything from the scale to the measurements. Like, I'm glad to see that the hard work that I'm doing is like for nothing, you know, or it's not for nothing. It's actually doing something. So that's it. I'm about to head over to do my workout. I have glutes today. This is by far, I'm getting a little closer because y'all need to understand, this is by far my least favorite training day. Not only is it the longest training day that I have this week, it's just least favorite exercises, all of it. From the lunges to the single hip thrust, like single leg hip thrust. I just hate the whole entire workout. Never really was a fan of glutes anyways, but then like switching from figure to bikini, it's a lot more glute days and a lot more glute focus during your leg days, and I absolutely hate it. Hate every minute and every second of it. And I have the worst attitude when I am lifting on Tuesdays. Like, it is the worst. I'm just in my head, just get through it, just get through it, just get through it, just get through it. Absolutely hate it. I may record a couple exercises. Only reason why I say I may is because I'm going on base today, and then I'm going, it's 11 o'clock, so it's peak lunchtime hours right now. So I may not be able to record just because it's going to be a madhouse in there, which also factors into why I don't like going. Throw the whole workout away. Yeah, so I could go to a different gym. Like, I could go to Crunch, or I could go to the gym that I work at, but things just flow a lot faster in the base gym as far as like the equipment and me just getting in and getting out. So that's the reason why I'm going on base. But again, like, I'm just trying to check my attitude and mentally prepare for this workout that I just don't want to do. But enough procrastinating. Off to the gym I go, and I'll let y'all know what coach says. But I don't think that she's going to change anything because things are doing what they need to do. She hasn't changed anything, which I don't think she needs to change anything because what we're doing is working. So I'm pretty sure she's going to respond back like, good job, keep up the momentum. We're not changing anything. I'm pretty sure that's what she's going to say. So, yeah, that's it, y'all. I am headed to the gym. Next clip. Y'all, I am outside walking. It's a little windy, so hopefully you can hear me okay. We have a storm coming, but because the storm is coming, there's like a nice breeze out. It feels amazing. It's like in the high 80s versus the high 90s, so I'm here for it. So I'm walking for my cardio. I really don't need to do cardio today because I burned a lot of calories during that workout, but what had happened was I needed to eat to stay on track with my eating schedule. So I was like, well, since I gotta sit here and eat my post-workout, I might as well just drive home, and then for my cardio, just walk around the neighborhood to get some steps in. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so developing story. I ended up scheduling an appointment for this Thursday with the women's health provider to have them also look at my labs, and in particular to talk about my different hormone levels, see if there's any additional tests that they want to run. Again, I'm just trying to gather as much information as possible from as many credible resources as possible, just to see like what is the best angle to attack this problem or this issue. If I want to call it a problem, that just sounds bad, but again, just trying to educate myself so that I can make the best decision for me. Hey guys, so back. This time I'm in the Women's Health Clinic. I'm getting ready to speak to the gynecologist about my labs. Hopefully she can give me a little bit of clarity. And again, I'm just here for educational purposes, just gathering as much data as I can. Side note, imagine coming to the clinic and they got all this set up. I'm sitting in the chair. I'm not about. No, not today.
When do you turn 40?
In November.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
maybe you can schedule it for November, and then we schedule your well-woman exam and schedule your mammogram, because at 40 you start doing a mammogram.
Okay.
Okay?
And then my testosterone levels are normal because of the birth control.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye. Okay. So my appointment with the OBGYN went really, really well. She definitely eased my mind and pretty much just assured me that I am okay. So in layman's terms, she said that I have a normal range of testosterone for someone who is on birth control and for someone who's been on birth control for as long as I have. She said that the effects of the birth control, so whatever hormones are being produced from the birth control, is what's causing my testosterone numbers to be lower than the average woman who is not on birth control. So she said that yes, it appears low, but it's actually normal for someone who is taking birth control. So that made me feel so much better. That also guides me in a direction of like what more to research as far as like the effects of birth control and the effects that it has on like your testosterone levels and whatnot. But she said that it's nothing to be concerned with. She also told me there's really no point in me going to see the endocrinologist. So that's the disadvantage to some primary care physicians, you know, like that's not their specialty. So I did want to speak to someone who is aware of women's hormones, someone that can speak to the effects of being on birth control to a woman's hormones, and just the list goes on. And so that made me feel so much better. The fact that she told me straight up it's from birth control, so it's like, okay, thank you. That is the reason why my levels are like, it answers the questions. Why are my levels low? Because you're on birth control and you have been for over 20 years of your life. Thank you. What can I do to quote unquote fix it? There is nothing really to fix because I'm within normal ranges. And if it was to the point to where I was concerned about it or like didn't want my levels to be as low as they are, the solution to that would be to get off my birth control, which is not going to happen. This is me disclosing my business to y'all. I am on birth control, not for, not to prevent pregnancies because I'm not sexually active. It's more so because of the effects of my menstrual cycle. And so I am on birth control to eliminate having a menstrual cycle. Like I don't have one every month. I have one like every quarter, like every 3 months. And so me having a period every month, no thank you, not interested, don't want to deal with it, none of that. So I will be staying on my birth control because it's working for me, right? Am I still going to go to the endocrinologist tomorrow? Yes, because again, I want to gather as much information as possible just to make sure that I'm okay. Also, something to note about that, I have been bodybuilding for 10 years and I've been on birth control for the entire 10 years that I have been competing. And I feel like this is kind of my norm, if that makes sense. Like this is not something that all of a sudden just happened throughout my being on birth control. Like I didn't just get on birth control type of thing. So again, I am not interested in stopping my birth control. And do I feel like it's really like affecting me with my bodybuilding career? No, it was just never really pointed out or explained to me like the true results of my labs. And so there's that. again, still gonna go to the endocrinologist, and then also I have an appointment on Monday to get my hormone labs drawn to be sent to the people that deal with bodybuilders, just because, again, I'm curious now. Like, why not get it done and just see, right? Why not? So yeah, that is all that there is to report from today's adventures. I'll report back tomorrow once I see the endocrinologist, because now I'm very curious to see what these people are about to tell me. Like, do you really know what's going on? And yeah, until the next clip, I just want y'all to see what it looks like when you ain't got no dusty ass job stressing you out.
And you said you've been on birth control pretty much continuously since your teen years.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, with the NuvaRing, you're on, you're getting a fair amount of estrogen, which is the point of it. That's why it suppresses your periods during that period of time. Estrogen replacement of any form, whether it's pill, ring, patch, all that. IUD, although IUD has a little bit lower dose because it's meant to be more local, whereas the ring, you're still getting a fair amount. I mean, really all of it, you're still getting systemic absorption of the estrogen, which is fine. That's why it does. That's the role that it does. But the way that it stops your periods is it suppresses your pituitary hormones that trigger your cycles.
Okay.
And so those are very low, as we would anticipate with someone who's on estrogen therapy. The testosterone is also often low when somebody's on estrogen therapy. It just suppresses, basically, women make testosterone in one of two places. Your adrenal glands, which sit right on top of the kidneys, and then the ovaries. The adrenal glands are usually still getting some amount of stimulation to make some amount of testosterone. That's why it's not zero, although it intermittently has been, because most of our testosterone actually comes from our ovaries. But the ovarian production is being suppressed, and so I'm not surprised. It doesn't really cause problems necessarily. It's just kind of a result of checking labs while somebody's on medication. If that makes sense. And it's been intermittently that way, even back to, I think, 2022 is whenever I saw it was checked, and it's never been high. We worry about high testosterone women, but low testosterone is really not a big deal. Since you're off the ring right now, I think it'd be worth repeating your labs. Now, it's possible it still might be somewhat suppressed from the prior when you're off, but you've been off of it now for
since Sunday.
16th. So it might be worth just seeing where you're at when you're on that 1 week kind of break. And see if it's come up a little bit. If not, then we might need to do a little bit of digging as to why it's not improving. But at this point, it's probably just honestly expected abnormalities related to being on birth control. So your body's doing what it's supposed to do, is what it looks like to me. But we'll make sure that we're not missing something.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now,
and biotin is the only one you just want me to stop taking?
Just between now and when you get your labs on Monday.
Okay.
And then you can go better. And like I said, it's not causing problems. It just interferes with some of the lab results. So we want to make sure that it's within it.
Hey y'all, so now it's Saturday, and just finished up with my Saturday boot camp. Just gonna sit here and let my food settle a little bit, but while I'm waiting, might as well catch up on the vlog so I can close out the video and get it uploaded for y'all. So as you heard in the previous clip, my endocrinologist said the same thing that the OBGYN said, that my birth control is affecting my hormone levels and there's nothing to be concerned about. So just wanted to reiterate, I've been on birth control since I was a teenager, so over 20 years. I've been bodybuilding the entire time that I've been, well, not the entire time. In the 10 years that I've been bodybuilding, I've been on birth control the entire time. So to me, the birth control is not affecting my ability to do well in bodybuilding. So with that being said, there is nothing to be concerned about. There's nothing to be worried about. I don't need to stop taking my birth control because it hasn't affected me being able to do well in bodybuilding yet, and it's not. So there's that, period. I am still gonna do the hormone labs on Monday, just out of curiosity, but I feel like I've already gathered enough information and had enough providers tell me that there's nothing to be worried about, and my levels are reading the way that they are reading because of birth control, and that's typical for any other woman that would do that. And so I am going to repeat the labs as she suggested, since I have not been on birth control for a week, because this is my my cycle week. So when I'm on my cycle, I completely take my birth control out, don't take birth control at all. And so she wants me to repeat the labs, which is also perfect timing because I'm getting my bodybuilder hormone labs drawn on Monday as well. So I'll be doing those labs being off of birth control for a week. So I'm just curious to see how that's all gonna play. But gathering all this information, I am glad that I went to a couple different specialists and their answers are the same. That makes me feel good, makes me feel like, okay, no more worry, eases my mind. I feel relieved. And I'm excited to start the season. I am excited. So that's pretty much it, y'all. That is it. That is the end of my scare, which should have never been a scare, but it was a scare. But I'm just grateful. Again, you know, I prayed about it and I'm grateful that everything is fine and I got the clarity and the answers that I needed. And that is it, y'all. So I'm just going to continue to grind, continue to push, and continue to do what I have been doing so that I can finally start prep. I'm just like sitting on the sidelines like, put me in, coach, I want to go. But we are getting there, one step, 1 week at a time, and that is it. So thank you all for your support. Thank you for those of you who reached out to me and suggested some things and just kind of gave me your insight and your experience with the same thing. Thank you to my new subscribers. Welcome. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like the video on your way out, and I will catch y'all back next week. Bye.